I know everybody's from a different place around here, but I'm from New York State originally. Anybody else? Any New Yorkers? Woo! One very loud woo from the back. All right. That does sound like New York. What part of New York, ma'am?
Syracuse.
Syracuse. That's where I'm from, too. All right. Small world. We're getting our ass kicked by Notre Dame right now. It's an ass whooping. It's like we didn't pull the chicken out of the freezer. Mom got home. Yeah, like I tell people I'm from New York, but they just automatically assume it's New York City because that's the only thing they know about New York. So when I tell people I'm from New York, I get the same reaction every time. And they're like, oh, you're from New York. Hey, I'm walking here. Let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. Bing, bong, Nixon 5. Yeah, they just quote every single meme they know about New York City towards me like I'm supposed to understand it. And then they ask me what borough I'm from, and this is the part where I tell them I'm from Syracuse, New York. And they're like, what is a Syracuse? And I'm like, we'll get there, don't worry. Is that a neighborhood in Brooklyn? No, it's not. This is the part where I pull out a map and I show people where Syracuse is. It's in upstate New York. But I get the same reaction to this every time. They're like, oh, that's New York? I thought that was Canada. I thought you were Canadian. Yeah, apparently the aura I bring to parties is free universal health care. And I know I seen Canadian and stuff because ICE is looking for me right now. They think I'm Canadian. Yeah, I work in DC. I know they're looking for me because they're setting up traps outside my job. Yeah, they're just putting poutine out under like the box and string traps. Who joined ICE? Elmer Fudd? I'll get something more obvious out of the way. I'm a fat person. Fat people, where you at? That's the right amount of breath control for that response. Thank goodness we didn't have to walk up the mountain tonight. I've been doing my set from the bottom of the slope. I don't mind being a fat person. I just hate when people recognize that I'm fat. Because if I give out a food review, people automatically trust me. But if someone farts on the elevator, they automatically assume I did it. And what makes you think I'm going to fart on the elevator? I still have to deal with it. I hate that the internet knows I'm fat. That's what I really hate. The algorithms have figured out I'm fat. Like TikTok gives me food recipes I could try out at any point, right? And then some of them are wild too. Like I recently got a recipe on how to make a Popeyes pizza. Are we familiar with Popeyes, the fast food place? Yeah. I'll say that again slower. Popeyes pizza. In the year 2025, we may not have flying cars, but we can put Popeyes on a pizza. What's wild is that the recipe's pretty easy, but the last step is really hard. The last step is really hard. You have to decide what foot you're cutting off afterwards. Yeah, because it turns out, normally diabetes takes a few years, but if you eat a Popeyes pizza, you have to decide now. Like it's a Saw game. It's like, I want you to play a game. So anyways, that stressed me out. When I get stressed, I like to eat, so I had 2 pizzas that night. That's cool. That's fun. I like telling that one. I know I have a friendly face. I know this is true because this couple over here asked me for directions on the way in. Remember me from the park? Surprise! I don't go here. I just said I'm broke. I don't have ski money. I know I dressed like a mountain man earlier, so they're like, he must know the woods, obviously. I know I have a friendly face. My ex-girlfriend used to call me Chris Pratt when he was fat. Are we familiar with Andy from Parks and Recs? And we remember that character? Yeah. Now everybody's like, of course, now I see it. And I know this is true because I go to the grocery store, and if I dress a certain way, people think I work there. This happens all the time at Target. If I wear red anything, they think I'm a Target employee. Like there was one time I went to Target, I walked out with my groceries and Employee of the Month. Don't know how that happened. There was another time I was at Target and like this old woman comes up to me and she's like, "Can you help me load this PS5 into the back of my vehicle? You know, it's for my grandson. His birthday's coming up." I'm like, "Oh, ma'am, I would be so honored. I will go load it into your car while you go pay for it." And then I loaded it into my car and drove off. Your kids don't need Grand Theft Auto. I do. They never find me, too, because if I wear a red t-shirt, they think I'm Jake from State Farm. So good luck. I'm still on the run. I work in an office job in D.C., but I figured out my backup plan for life, just in case, you know, backup plan, backup career plan. I'm going to sell feet pics on OnlyFans. Okay, what are we confused by, the feet pics or the OnlyFans? Raise your hands. Like, okay, the reason why you're confused by what part? He's like, yes, he's like, you're saying a lot of words. I know I'm probably like one of the youngest people on the lineup. I know it can be done, you know. I have an advantage in the foot market that other people don't have. I have webbed toes. Yeah, all right, see, now we're interested. All right, it's $20 a month. I know what I got. Don't lowball me. There's a lot of advantages to having webbed toes. You know, I run faster, I swim faster, and I can grab things with my feet, which is really cool. Like, you ever been laying on the couch and the remote's just a little too far away? Not for me. Look at this. Infomercials, my ass. I'll never drop my phone again. You know, my feet are out in the open. I drop the phone. I'll just catch it like this. I'm graceful, like a ballerina. You know, if I go to answer the door and someone's like, "Hi, we're here to talk to you about," I just close the door with my feet. Really freaks them out. All right, so we're not a foot crowd. All right. You said you want to see my feet? I'm just saying $20 a month and you can see my feet all you want. Like, that's wild. No one has ever been like, "No, seriously, show me your feet. Do it now." I watch reality dating shows. Anybody else reality dating shows? I saw like you raised the roof on that one. What are you watching back there?
I just finished Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. All right, cool. Do you remember when Love is Blind was in D.C.?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, you do? All right, so fun fact, I did apply to be on Love is Blind in D.C., you know. Obviously didn't get picked. Yeah, I know. I mean, Love might be blind, but the producers are not. They took one look at my audition tape and they're like, "We cannot have this unproblematic fat boy screwing up our vibes. He's not even an alcoholic." So when people talk about dating in DC, it is bad there. It's no longer just an opinion, it is now a true statement because the producers of Netflix, one of the most profitable streaming companies of all time, could not find people from DC to put on the show. So what they started doing is they started messaging people on LinkedIn who lived in Baltimore. Yeah. Oh, shucks, the Baltimore people are here. How did you even get here? Your bridge is down. The problem with watching the DC season is the Baltimore people can't say water right. That's the biggest issue. They're always like, "Water." This is funnier if you've been to Baltimore. And I know when Baltimore people hear this show because they want to fight me after the show, or I think they want to. I can't understand them, but... Watching any other reality dating shows? We got any more? Was that it? Just Love is Blind? That's all we got?
Love Island.
Love Island, that's another one. My girlfriend likes that one. I hate that one. I hate Love Island. It's not fun. I know, we're not connecting at all, man. First, you don't like feet or my opinions. I mean, what's next? I don't like Love Island because they take all the hot people from Nebraska and they bring them somewhere they've never been before. A beach with water. All they talk about is corn and their daddy issues. Like, I don't find that relatable. They give them an open bar instead of BetterHelp, you know? I think that's a big issue. The one show I have been watching is Love on the Spectrum. Have we heard of this one, Love on the Spectrum? Oh, very polite. Yes. I like this show. And for those who don't know, Love on the Spectrum, reality dating show, they take autistic people and they put them on dates with each other. And I think the show's good, but I hate this one part about the show. It's how they introduce people on it. Like, I'll give you an example. They'll introduce someone new and they'll be like, this is Kevin. He likes chocolate milk, Legos, and Batman, but he hates sand because of the texture. Now, does anybody know what went wrong there? Like, imagine if you were being introduced by your friends, but they brought up the most random thing you disliked and said it with passion. Like, take me, for example. They'll be like, this is Zach. He likes writing, video games, stand-up comedy, but he hates velvet because it feels weird. You can't introduce people like that. It turns everyone off. And I should know that. I'm autistic myself. This is a true statement. Don't look at me like that. First of all, can't even do eye contact. Like, I'm going to start staring at this like chair like I'm J.D. Vance. I'm not one of these new autistics. I'm not one of these new ones that are like, oh my God, I'm autistic. Buy stuff off my TikTok shop. I had to fight for my diagnosis, all right? I was diagnosed at the age of 2 in the 90s. It took 2 weeks to get the diagnosis. It felt like going on to like a game show. I was like, is this kid autistic or stupid? The answer was autism, actually. Because I had a lot of symptoms, but the big ones they're looking for, like I was nonverbal. I got upset if I didn't get my nap on time, and if I didn't get my way, I threw my head into the wall. Yeah, real signs of autism. And the doctor still had doubts. He had to pull my mom to the side. And he's like, are you sure you're just not inbred? Oh. You sure the family tree's not a family wreath? Turns out I'm autistic, man. You know, it's hard. I'll say this, it's hard to date when you have autism. It's really hard to date because I don't get hints, I don't get social cues, none of that. All goes over my head. Like, you would have an easier time hurting a cat than getting my phone number. All right, a lot of dog people. All right, like, let's imagine trying to get your dog to not eat chocolate versus get my phone number. Does that work better? Like, and it used to be really bad. It's better now, but it used to be really bad. Like, there was one time I walked out of the store with my sister. We get back to the car, and my sister had to be like, hey, Zach, that cashier was hitting on you the entire time we were in there. And I was like, oh, I must have not noticed. And she's like, well, what are you expecting her to do? Take you out to dinner and talk about trains for hours on end? Yes! God damn it, yes! I will bring a ring to the first day, come on! Like, it's wild. Text messages used to be the worst for me. That used to be my Achilles heel, if you will. Because like a woman would be like, hey, what are you up to? And I'm like, I'm playing video games. What are you up to? And she's like, I'm home alone. And I would be like, are you okay? And then she'll obviously try to be making moves, and she's like, oh, I'm not wearing a lot. And I'm like, it's 20 degrees outside. What are you doing? And then she's like, I'm completely naked. I'm like, who's stealing your clothes? This is way over my head. Good news now, though. I am in a relationship. I've been in a relationship for almost 3 years. If you give it up for that. Okay, I'll do one better. I've been in a relationship with a black woman for almost 3 years. Give it up for that. You can tell by the conditioner in my hair and the lotion on my elbows. Somebody asked me, he's like, did you have any concerns about dating a black woman? I only have one concern about dating a black woman, it's her makeup. Because if her makeup's not set right and I go in for a kiss, I walk away with blackface. But it's true, it happens. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm just saying, when I was dating a white woman, I would go in for a kiss, I would look like Casper the Ghost. Now with my girlfriend, if I'm not careful, I look like Justin Trudeau at a Halloween party.